Hey YouTube, it's Mike Penn Gangster, and today I'm bringing you guys a very serious video. Probably one of the biggest videos that a lot of people want to see. The one about which console should I be playing FC24 on. Should I be on the PlayStation 5? Should I be on the Xbox S series or whatever, the old one or whatever the case may be. So just to show you guys my setup, everybody knows I play on a PS5. It's right there. You guys can see it. But I'm gonna explain why I did what I did today. Well, today, the last 2 days, is I ended up buying myself, as you can see, an Xbox plugged into my TV on Wi-Fi. Okay, bought myself the FIFA, FC24, whatever you want to call it, and I'm gonna explain why I did this. Throughout the last couple of years, I've been struggling with gameplay issues. I've been like talking about it over and over and over, telling many videos of like gameplay just feels extremely bad. It's something to do with North America maybe, or whatever the case may be. But then I started to realize, I was like, man, it doesn't make sense. And I'm going to explain why it doesn't make sense. I used to play PlayStation many years ago, always, okay? And I never lagged playing FIFA. Never. Always heard people complain about it. But I never had any issues of bad gameplay. I would have a game here and there where I felt bad, but that's about it. When I play today, it's just constantly bad gameplay. Constantly. I get maybe 1 day out of the week where the gameplay feels good, and 6 days where it's like 24 hours bad gameplay. It don't matter if it's at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the morning. It don't matter. It's just constant bad gameplay. Very heavy gameplay, almost to the point where it's unbearable to play. And I started wondering. I did everything in my hand. I bought myself a monitor. Of course, I upgraded my PlayStation 4 to a PS5. I got better internet. Instead of 1K up, 1K down, I got myself 3K, 3K. So I did everything in my hand to basically give myself the best potential way of actually getting the best possible gameplay I could have. Unfortunate, as the years went by, the gameplay just never got better. Okay, it just got worse and worse. And this year, the worst I've ever seen. A lot of people are gonna blame the game and say it's the game. You know, it's the EA servers, and I've always said it. EA servers are sucks. They suck. But then I started to realize, what are the real changes that I had that turned me into bad gameplay? And well, there was two things. One of them, we ended up going to the new gen. We ended up getting a new version of the FIFA, right? Which started in the 20s. And I started to realize, like, yeah, the bad gameplay started pretty much around that time, because before that I used to never struggle with it. So I was like, okay, so yeah, maybe it's the new FIFA that they made that basically is just extremely bad programmed, right? But then I was like, but there's other people that are playing the game, but they're not lagging. They're not having bad gameplay. Because I'm not talking about playing a bad game. I know FC24 is a bad game. I'm talking about having bad gameplay. Not being able to move, not being able to run, not being able to make a pass, not being able to do nothing. That's what I'm talking about. So I was like, you know what? The only thing that changed is that as we went to the new gen, more and more people from the Xbox came to the PlayStation. Why? Because the pro scene ended up going on the PlayStation. So more and more people started to basically come to the PlayStation. And I started to realize, man, could it be that maybe there's just too many people on PlayStation, and that's what's creating an overload, and that's why maybe the servers are separate with EA Sports. They have a server for PlayStation, they have a server for Xbox. Now people are like, well, but it's crossplay. Well, it's crossplay recently. The last couple of years before this, or the year before, there was no crossplay. So the servers were, there was the Xbox server and there was the PlayStation server. And I've never really heard many people complain about the Xbox server since the pro scene came to PlayStation. Most of the people that I've seen complain are people that are PlayStation users, like myself. So I told myself, you know what, I'm going to buy myself an Xbox, and I'm going to start playing FIFA on Xbox or FC24. And I want to see the difference. I plugged myself on my TV. You guys saw my TV, right? It's a big TV. It's a big TV, right? I'm on Wi-Fi on my Xbox. I had both games plugged. One plugged directly, one on Wi-Fi, and I was getting way better gameplay on my Xbox. So I didn't move. I'm in the exact same house. I'm standing right next to my PlayStation, to my Xbox. What's happening? Why am I getting so much better gameplay on Xbox? And all I can say is that there's less people on Xbox, and maybe based on that, the gameplay just feels better. It just feels less heavy, feels less laggier. You know what I mean? Of course, you're still going to be playing the same game, so don't worry about the issues of the game being bad. I'm talking about like the game not being playable, like bad heaviness, you know, lag and stuff like that. Okay. Now I did actually get kicked out one time when I was actually on my Xbox, which was weird because on my PlayStation, I never DC'd, which I only played about 20 something games on the Xbox, and I DC'd one time. Okay. And I don't DC on my PlayStation, but the gameplay on the Xbox is extremely way better. And also, I have my cross platform open on my Xbox, and I have it closed on my PlayStation, because when I play someone from my PlayStation versus an Xbox player, I can't not move. So like a lot of the people, the majority of the people turned off crossplay. I kept everything open. I even left the animations of the play styles active and everything on the Xbox, because I wanted to test everything out. I'm not even lagging with that. I'm just getting constantly better gameplay on the Xbox while I'm plugged into my TV and on Wi-Fi with everything turned on, but better gameplay. So this is my conclusion. When people ask me, which should you be playing on? Well, I'm going to tell people you should be playing on Xbox. If you're not a pro player, okay, and you're fed up of playing versus people that are sweats, come to Xbox. Come play on Xbox. The gameplay just feels better. You don't want to play sweats? Simple. Turn off crossplay. You're going to play Xbox users only, right? There's less of them. This is where some people may not like this. There are going to be moments where you're going to wait longer for a game. You have the option to turn back on crossplay. I can guarantee you, even when you turn it back on, if you match up versus a PlayStation player, you're going to have better gameplay than him. Because a lot of the people that are on PlayStation turn their one off because they don't want to play versus Xbox people, because they also feel that when they play versus Xbox players that they're struggling because the servers just feel extremely heavy for them, right? I'm sure you've seen it all around. All the streamers, everybody have their crossplay turned off, right? Some of them, they say because they want to avoid cheaters. Look, I played about 5-6 people on PC. I didn't encounter a single cheater. Are you going to encounter cheaters when you have your crossplay on? Of course it's going to happen. But at the end of the day, for me, when I'm playing a game, I got to be able to play a game and actually be able to move. Okay? I never really cared about like results. If I won, lost, stuff like that. All I really cared about was able to play the game and actually feel like I'm actually doing what I'm telling the game to do. Again, the game is bad, but it feels better on Xbox. So if people are asking or are wondering which console is the better version to play FC24 on, again, if you're not a pro player, you should be playing on Xbox. I don't know what else I could tell you guys. I'm telling you guys out of my own experiment, Xbox is just better. Again, I can't explain it why, but it is. It's just better. The game feels way better on Xbox than it does on PlayStation. So I have a big account on PlayStation, and I have a very small account on Xbox, and I'm gonna choose to continue playing on Xbox. I'm gonna maybe play my PlayStation here and there because my big account is huge, but trust me, it will be very minimal because I enjoy myself way better on the Xbox. Now I will say, I'm not used to the remote control, so I am way worse as a player on the Xbox because I do have to adapt to the remote control, which is a very different control. Now there is people that love this controller. I've always played PlayStation, so for me, PlayStation is my controller, right? But you know what? I'm willing to be a worser player and learn to play with that controller than to go back on my PlayStation 5 and play in that bad gameplay, because I cannot stand a game without like being frustrated because I can't do nothing. I'd rather be getting my ass kicked by Xbox players, but at least when I click a button or when I run in a straight line, my player does exactly what I'm saying him to do. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. A little bit longer than expected, but I wanted to make sure that people got the whole truth out of what I've experienced from my own personal experiment. Let me know if you guys tried it out yourselves, and let me know what you guys believe is true or not. If you guys also have noticed it from the PlayStation 5 to the Xbox S series, a big difference. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.